Hello, I'm Lizzy.
And I'm Izzy, and we need help.
Each week we stumble through a new book, method, or concept that brings us one step closer to being our best self.
Yes, we make fun of ourselves.
And others.
But mostly just ourselves. So here's to not taking self-help quite so seriously.
Welcome to We Need Help. This is Lizzy.
And this is Izzy, and today we are talking about sexiness and being sexy and sexiness. You know what bothers me now that I'm past 40, well, I'm almost there. I'm almost 45. Now is being sexy, am I going to be a cougar now? Is that the name that they're going to be calling me?
Well, I mean, it's better than a frickin'
rhino,
sloth.
Rhino.
I'll take cougar.
I'll take cougar over rhino any day.
Yeah. I don't want to be an elephant or a donkey. I don't want to be a sloth.
Yeah. Cougar's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
there's worse things to be. I don't think being sexy, it means you're a cougar. I mean, if you want to sleep with younger men, you're a cougar.
Oh, I just thought if you were a sexy 40-something that you're just automatically a cougar.
No. It's you're a cougar when you want to sleep with younger men.
Oh, because you're a predator.
I'm the least cougarish human being because I don't want to teach anybody anything at all. Yeah. I don't want to go over lesson plans with a new lover.
No syllabus for you, my friend.
No, we're not. No, go farther left. No, a little bit. Keep doing that. Don't change anything. Okay.
Yeah, you need a PH.
I don't.
PH dick. In sexual relations.
This is a master. That I want to be given a master class. I don't want to take a master, or I don't want to. I don't want to give a master class.
So
I want to be given a master class. I want to be the student of the master class.
Yeah. I don't want to be the teacher.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No way. Mm-mm. There's no Madonna in my future.
No.
Madonna-ish. Go her. I'm all for it.
What do you think of Madonna? Speaking of sexiness and, she's owning it. She's owning herself, her look. What do you think of her look?
I mean, I would personally wouldn't go for it.
Yeah.
But if she likes it, I saw her in concert once. She has my respect, forever. But it's not a look I would go for or that I find attractive. Mm-hmm. But I have no judgment towards it whatsoever.
Yeah. Sorry,
my sister just called and I can hear it in my ear. I put it on silent, but I can hear it in my ears. But I have no judgment. What do you feel about her? Do you judge her?
Mm-mm. I think it's great that she's owning whoever she is and that whatever. I just think if you own it, if you're happy with yourself, I'm cool with it.
Face did that for me. That book Face, it was okay, mind your own body.
Yeah.
I don't
MYOB.
You do you.
Mind your own body. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love that.
That book really changed a lot for me too, in terms of judging people who get Botox and plastic surgery and whatever they're getting. Who am I to judge? Yeah.
I love people. These are and these fucking people. I mean, if it weren't for these people in the world, it would be amazing. But the same bitches that are going to get highlights are mad at people for getting Botox. I don't get it.
Yeah.
You're putting chemicals on your hair.
Yeah, I'm putting chemicals, subcutaneously.
Yeah, what's the difference? Shut the fuck up, people.
So before we get into our topic today, should we introduce our new format for season 2?
Yes, we'll do it.
So our new format is super exciting for us and for you too. So we're going to introduce a topic like sexiness. We're going to talk about it, our experience with it. Then we're going to read a book on it. And the second part of the episode is going to be, how did it help? Did it change anything?
Yeah, so it'll be a second part.
Yeah, so it's a before and after, kind of like a classic.
I love it.
Classic self-help. You see the before and after pictures, you're going to see it here too. So I'm super excited. Yeah.
So let us paint this picture about sexiness for you right now.
So what is like, so I read the definition. I like looked up the definition of sexiness, and it's very like short, first of all, which is not, short things aren't usually sexy for me, but you know, here's the definition.
You do you.
Yeah. Sexually attractive or exciting, and very exciting or appealing. That's basically the only two definitions that were there.
Okay,
So sexually exciting or appealing. So that's it.
Okay, so that could be a lot. That's a big range.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a big subject. It's intimidating, and I know that you and I have struggled with this subject.
Yeah.
A lot. Like we tried to record this before, and it was like a lot of
We
how do we actually
know? Is that sexy?
I don't know what. Am I sexy? I don't know.
I'm awkward.
Yeah, I'll try really hard in bed.
So what's sexiness to you? Like, how would you define it for yourself? And like, what?
Well, and I was thinking about it this morning, and I decided that I'm just going to tell the truth. Like, me feeling sexy is knowing everybody wants to sleep with me, wants to have sex with me. And I don't even, it doesn't have to be real.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the actual story, but I have to feel like everyone wants to either look like me or want to have sex with me.
Well, whenever you share stories, I have movie scenes in my head, and I'm like having a movie scene of you walking down the street and then just like boners appearing.
And
boners
female would too.
everywhere.
It's not gender specific.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like I was thinking about it, like I don't really care if people want to sleep with me. I want to think that they want to sleep with me. Is that weird?
No.
That feels awkward, and it feels like I'm telling the truth. And you know that time when you tell the truth and your armpit pings? Like that's your inner gut saying you shouldn't be telling this truth.
Okay.
I'm getting that.
You're getting
feeling that uncomfortable. How about you?
Okay, so I was thinking about this topic. Like when we came up with this topic, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about the times in my life where I felt most sexy, and then I'm like wondering if sexiness, there's like two parts of it for me that I was thinking about. Like, does it only exist in relation to how people feel about me? Like, can I only be sexy if there's somebody to witness my sexiness, or can I just be feeling myself? And is that
so
narcissism?
On a deserted island, deserted island,
yeah,
would you feel like I'm picturing myself there? I don't think sexiness would be on my radar at all.
Searching for a squirrel with a boner.
I'd be like, well, no, then you go to the primates.
Oh, okay. Oh, the monkeys, yeah.
Yeah, you go to the, if there's nothing else, you would go, or like larger mammals.
Yeah, why do I think squirrel?
Like a dolphin with a boner? Okay. I feel sexy now.
Yeah, so I was thinking about that. Like if I'm just with myself, like am I really like feeling myself, you know, that feeling myself thing? Or does it only exist if I'm like out in front of somebody and they think I'm sexy, then I'm sexy, you know? So that's interesting. Yeah. For me. And I don't know yet.
I think it's a team sport. I do.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's a team sport. I don't think that if a tree falls in the middle of the woods and there's no one to hear it, it's not sexy.
It doesn't make a sound. It doesn't make a sexy sound.
It doesn't make a sexy sound.
So, like, let's talk about when were you first aware of your own sexiness? Like in your life, have you ever been aware of it? And like, what's your story of sexiness? Like when you first started getting it?
I think I've always known that I've possessed a sexiness and a sex appeal to people. You know, from an early age, I could just tell by the way that people looked at me, and they would always longing. There's a way that people look at you that you know. Yeah. It's a little bit like a piece of meat.
Yeah, like at the playground, all those weird guys with the glasses.
Like Yeah, well, actually not in school, not ever in school.
Okay, not in school. It was when you already.
I didn't.
When did you
I did not
come into feeling your own sexiness?
Maybe like in my like 2021
Okay.
is when I felt. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Okay, should we take a little break for a minute? Okay, because I got to get them out of here. All right.
Use your sexiness to get them to stop mowing.
Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I had a lawn situation.
A landscaping situation.
A sexy landscaping situation.
Speaking of which, like, let's just divert for a second. What do you think of like manscaping, your own landscaping? What do you think is like sexy? What's not sexy?
I think it should be done and often.
Okay. Hairless, or do you like a landing
well, a
strip?
man. If I saw a man hairless, if he's not in chemo, no, I don't find the penis that sexy. I mean, I like it's big. Like if it's big and beautiful, like without any problems, it's better than without. But I don't find the male genitalia something to write home about.
Right. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny? Dear Mom. Dear Mom.
Hello, Mother. Hello, Father. There was like a song like that about camp.
You should see his big penis. I tried to kiss it, but I missed it. Got his balls and now I'm pregnant. All right. So, I don't remember where we were, but
you were at when you first started coming into your sexiness when you were about 21. You said, you started feeling yourself. Like
I remember the first time a man looked at me like besides like my dad's friends. Whatever. But like I remember like this boy looking at me. We were in Lake Geneva on the beach, and he was walking by and he like did a double take, and he like I've never had anybody look at me like that before, and he like came up and talked to me. He's like, "You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen," this, that, and the other thing. And I was like, "Oh my God, like this."
And that was the first time that had happened?
Yeah, this is an ace of spades. You know, you've got like power. You've got some motherfucking power when you've got sex appeal.
I got the power.
Oh, yeah,
it's getting.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I felt powerful. How about you?
That's cool.
Tell me about when you found that.
I remember the moment. It was it was like a movie moment. It was because I was the most awkward, like preteen, like and early teen. Like I had braces, I had glasses, I was flat chested. I was like, so now I would have been like a cool waif, but back then it was like not cool. Like, and I was just like so awkward.
If you added on a perm and sun-in highlights to that, that's exactly how I looked.
My mom would not let me get a perm or highlights.
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
You know what?
I looked.
You dodged a bullet there, and let me just tell you, you did.
She knew. She was like before her time. But I was like, nobody looked at me ever. Nobody looked at me. I was invisible, and it was a horrible feeling.
I had that same thing.
The summer I turned 16. Got the braces off, got the contacts in. Hips. I got hips. I had like and boobs. And I remember I bought a bikini, and I remember going, we had this summer place in Michigan, and they had like these, you had to walk down this kind of dune area to walk into the beach, and everyone would look to see who was coming down. And I came down, and I remember...
That's a runway if you do it right.
Yeah, it was. And I remember jaws dropping because I had made such a transformation. It was really the ugly duckling into the swan.
Oh,
And I felt my sex powers. I felt my sexuality. I felt like I had arrived. Like it was just like amazing, you know? And I'm like, it felt great because I had been invisible for so long.
yeah. I
And
get
finally,
it.
Yeah. So that was cool. That was really, really exciting.
We were both
for
on a
me.
beach. I was in Wisconsin. You were
I was
in Michigan.
We were both in the Midwest.
We were both on a pretty shitty beach.
Yeah.
Feeling our sexiness. I love it.
Yeah.
I love
so
it.
that was that. And I remember feeling it is what you talked about, and that's interesting. It is, there's a power in that. You feel powerful.
It's the first time you feel powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like back then they didn't like take time to like empower girls, you know.
Yeah.
Blah blah. But like that's when you knew like, uh-oh, we're probably like I was like I guess looking back, I didn't think of it like this, but I was like, I probably should have thought, oh, we're the better gender. Like we're the more powerful gender. You know, like, whoa, this is good. This is really good. I asked Jason like what makes him feel sexy. He was like, when an attractive girl gives me a compliment. I'm like, well, what about an ugly girl? He's like, doesn't do anything.
He just pats her on the head. Oh,
Yeah.
oh you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Men,
then
I feel it differently.
And then, so did anything change for you after that moment that guy went up to you? Like, did you then realize that you had this power and then?
Yeah, I knew. I like at that point, and I think it was the year I was like I had just turned 17.
Yeah.
And like my dad, this is like going to make him sound really bad parenting, but okay, like chill people. He would like take me out to the bars and stuff because in Wisconsin you can drink with your parents.
Yeah.
And like I would go out to the bars and like I would be like in the scene at 17 years old and like it was fun. And I knew everybody, like I knew people were attracted to me.
Yeah.
You know? And
it's a great feeling.
It's amazing.
It is a great feeling. Yeah.
And it's the whole reason that I worked on my personality at all.
I want to be the whole package.
I want to be the whole package. I want to be funny.
Yeah.
I want to. It's weird because it does like. It's a power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. Like, I mean, do you think you're sexy?
Now? No, not as much as I used to be. And that's another question I wanted to ask you. Like, when in your life did you feel most sexy? So we know the first, but when did you feel the most sexy you've ever felt in your entire life?
There's a couple of different times. I'm going to say it like, I felt extremely sexy. For the most part, all of my 20s. Mm-hmm. But I gained a whole more empowered sexiness about 7 or 8 years ago. I was eating healthy. I was doing everything I want. I was laughing a lot. I was eating the best foods that I like and having people together and just like feeling all the like all the power in myself and working out, and I felt great. I felt really sexy then. And then recently in quarantine, I know most people didn't in COVID, like amp
Nobody
up their
felt sexy in
sexiness.
COVID, except
I
for
did.
Lizzy.
I loved it because I didn't realize just, you know, how much of my energy I was giving other people, but I just kind of took back my energy during those times and like did things I wanted. So I don't know.
So you felt sexy just with yourself?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I guess I did. I don't know. My definition of sexy has evolved a lot, you know, over the years. I no longer want everyone to want to have sex with me. It really doesn't, I mean, I don't know about you, but I really don't want 20-year-olds to be attracted to me at all. I don't want them to be repulsed by me though.
A little gagging every time you walk by.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's so I guess I don't know. When was the time you felt most sexy?
That time on the beach, I think that was it. That was, I peaked quick. I was only 16.
I'm there was benefits to not getting boobs until I was 23.
Yeah, but there was this guy I had a crush on when I was a kid, and he was to me, he was sexy. He was kind of surfer-ish. He was just real chill, intelligent. Intelligence for me is super sexy.
I love that.
Yeah, cool, and never looked at me. And then when I turned 16 and I walked down that dune, I remember him staring. And that to me was that was it. This person who would never look at me, who I thought was super sexy and admired, finally was looking at me. So I really felt sexy then.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we ended up getting into a relationship when I was young. He was older. He was much older. And I really
Whoa, okay.
I know, and people are like, "You were groomed." I was like, "Maybe."
You were what? You were groomed?
That I was groomed. Yeah,
for what?
Because I was 16. I was 16, and he was much older.
Was he 35 plus?
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is Lolita shit.
It's Lolita shit. But
what about American Beauty? Did it feel at all like that? Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, I remember that movie, and I remember being annoyed. This is bad. I remember being annoyed at her because she was just playing with her sexuality, but
homie don't play.
I went for it.
Homie don't play.
You remember that scene where they were about to do it, and then she's like, "It's my first time," and he was like, "Oh goodness," and he covered her up because he realized he's just a child. Right. I wasn't playing. I won't play.
Homie ain't playing. Let's get it on, Daddy.
Yeah, I was like, "What? That all you got?"
It's my 14th time.
Yeah. Be gentle.
I'm a virgin again.
But people are I remember going to therapy, and my therapist was exploring he was almost trying to make me feel trauma where I didn't feel trauma.
Yeah.
And I'm I don't want to say that I feel trauma because I really don't feel trauma. I enjoyed that time. I loved it. I felt even though I was only 16, I felt like a woman. I felt appreciated. It was a lovely time, and I felt powerful, and I felt great.
Okay.
And I felt very sexy, and I don't regret it, and I don't think anything.
Do you think he regrets it?
I don't know.
Just wondering.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
This is also interesting. I remember my dad's friends being attracted to me. I do.
Yeah.
They were drawn to me, and at first I couldn't figure out why, and then then I but I remember older men being attracted to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, and I think a lot of people you're the only person I've really told this to, but then I remember my therapist was he just thought I was in denial. He thought that it's those the victims that fall for their captor.
I gotta say, I'm almost jealous because I didn't get a great lover for a long time, and I think I would have preferred to go and have a great lover, and that way I didn't waste my time with anyone who wasn't a great lover.
But he ruined...
Did you go on to waste your time with people who were great lovers?
Yeah, he ruined everyone else for me because I was then 16, 17, and I'm going out with other 17-year-olds that are like, and they're done, you know?
Yeah.
And then you're just like, Jesus, you know, like it was bad. So I was like I was just constantly like, I felt like just on a different planet, you know, that I was on a different planet. So it was really hard to like find guys my age that were like, that I could relate to even in that way. I just felt like I was on a different, like,
yeah, because men are not the same lovers in their 20s as they are in their 30s, 40s.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
It's no good. So kids, go out there and get yourself a grandpa. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my God.
Doomed.
This is why you should always volunteer at retirement communities, girls. Oh my God. Yeah.
So then the next time I felt like my sexiest self was when I was in Chicago and I was managing a restaurant, and it was a jazz club, and we got to dress however we wanted. And I remember wearing this blue dress because it was like a blue night or something like that.
And we're just so happen to both be in blue today.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a sign.
Yeah.
So, and I remember this African-American gentleman coming up to me and saying, "Girl, you are the sexiest motherfucker in here." And I felt it. I was like, damn. I was like stomping. Like, it was just like, yes. Yes.
You grew 2 inches.
Yeah, I did. And it was
And
fantastic.
he grew like, what, 9 or 10?
12 probably.
12?
So that was that. Yeah.
Oh
How about you? When was the time? Like you mentioned the 7 years ago, but you say you feel sexy now. Like
I do.
Right? Like you feel.
I don't feel unattractive, and I don't like. I am so like comfortable with my sexuality. Mm-hmm. Honestly, like I grew up in a family where like my mom was always very comfortable with being sexy. All my sisters are very comfortable, not only comfortable with their sexuality, but like they're like very happy with sex, and like they have an essence about them. And like when we first started talking about it, I like was embarrassed to say that like I actually do feel sexy. I feel like, but I will say this, in my marriage it hasn't always worked because Jason wasn't really raised in a life like that. Yeah. So we have struggled. Like sometimes I'll be like, okay, well, everyone else in the world, you know, this is my story. Chill, people. I don't really think that everybody wants to have sex with me. But I'll be like, okay, a lot of people want to have sex with me, but my husband doesn't. And his lack of desire like shook my sexuality for a while. We really had to work on it. Yeah. Because the way he showed desire and the way I received desire is completely different. Yeah. So do you have that where you're like, if somebody doesn't desire you, you're like, okay, instead of saying what's wrong with them, which is now what I do, by the way, instead you say what's wrong with me.
I don't do that anymore. Like, it's really interesting how my feeling sexy has like evolved and then devolved in a weird way, because it used to just be sexy, like the dress, like the boobs, like, you know, show the body. But then I was ridiculously insecure, right?
Okay.
Now I'm super self-confident, like, but that sexy part of me is not really, it's not that it's not confident or insecure, it's just not there.
I think that it's different. I think self-confidence and feeling sexy are two opposite. I not opposite. I think they're two different things.
Yeah. And it's funny because if somebody doesn't find me attractive, I don't seek the problem within myself. I'm just like, okay, I'm not, you know, it's, you know, to each his own, right?
You're like, that boy needs the glasses.
You need therapy. Yeah. If he's not attracted to me, he's obviously a homosexual.
Yeah, he's obviously like blind in one eye and dumb in the other.
But yeah, I'm super self-confident in myself, but that part of me that is connected to sex has kind of, I don't know, faded away, and I'd love to reconnect to that. And that's
because it's power that you're reconnecting to. It's not. I don't think it's. It's as much as I've thought about it. Like, that is power.
Mm-hmm.
Either like I don't know what you do with it. It's what you choose to do with it. And we're not really allowed to talk about because we've been through the whole country and a lot of the world has been through this Me Too movement where it's but women have used sexual power from the dawn of time.
Yeah. Cleopatra.
And I guess yeah. We're close, so I call her Patra. No big deal.
Yeah.
But
Cleo.
I went with the uglier of the two names.
Patra. Not sex with Cleo.
Cleo, you want to have sex with Cleo. You do not want to have sex with Patra. Patra, get your ass in here, Patra. Okay. So, I would like to, I want to explore. The reason I wanted to do this book is because, you can always feel a little bit sexier.
Yeah.
It's you can never be too sexy until you're sitting in a group saying, "Hi, my name is Lizzy and I'm a sex addict."
Yeah. I think for me, I just want to reconnect with that part where I used to go shopping and pick the clothes that would look sexiest on me. That was and now I go shopping and pick the clothes that would be most flattering to cover up some of the things I'm not proudest of, like my stomach or my arms.
Okay.
And I want that to change. What I would like, this is my hopes for this book, is that I'm going to absolutely adore and love the things that are imperfect on my body and show them off.
I'm going to say I feel that you have a lot of hope for this book. I just wanted to fix all my self-love issues. That's all.
Yeah, all of them. No.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Here's what when I realized that I wasn't feeling myself so much. We went, we were in our summer house and Maciek's friend was there and he brought his girlfriend and she's super fit. She's got the fit arms and she's just flat stomach and she's young. She's in her 20s. That's what I looked like when I was in my 20s. And she was wearing this little tank top and these little biker shorts because she was going on a bike ride and I'm wearing a caftan, right?
You're in a burqa.
But it was a caftan. It was a nice caftan, but it's a caftan. And I'm thinking, I want to put on a tank top and little shorts, but I don't feel pretty. I'm older. Yeah. Also, or I'm not, my arms are too fat, so I'm not gonna. And then I just did the fuck it thing and I put on a little tank top and I'm I'm gonna own it. And I would like to have more of that in my life where I'm owning and loving every inch of me.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely, you can't compare. It sucks. But I think the worst thing we can even do is not compare to other women, but compare ourselves to what we were 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm
sitting there comparing myself to a 20-year-old. I'm 45.
Yeah.
And I'm I don't look like that anymore.
Yeah. And and that there was that movie, I can't remember the name of it, with Emma Thompson just recently that you posted about. It's something good luck.
Leo
something.
Yeah.
And she hadn't had an orgasm in her life. And so she hires a prostitute.
Male escort.
A male escort. And it's this she just was not in touch with her sexuality at all. And she's comparing and she's you've probably done this and could probably done that. And then she you see her in the movie start to like accept herself, and she's standing there at 60 some years old, full frontal, like it's like, it was beautiful.
I love it. I love it.
It was absolutely beautiful. And it just, I think that our culture and social isn't doing anything for it, but we're just comparing ourselves to things that are just A, not real, and B, like way not fair. It's like, I feel sorry for our bodies.
Yeah, and I want to stop criticizing my body. I want to start loving it, and that's it. And I want to love, when I look at like paintings from, you know, the 1800s or something, and the women look more like me, where they have like the rolls, and I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, gosh, I just really, and here's the crazy thing. I look at pictures of myself from when I was 20. And when I was 20, I also thought I was like, not, you know, I was also critical. And I want to stop being critical. I realize I have been critical my whole life.
Yeah. Like a hard apology needs to be made to that bod.
Yeah. You know? And that's what, and I think that's, for me, that's where I want sexiness to be, is where I am feeling myself inside and out. You know, not letting myself completely go, right? But feeling healthy, feeling good, and just not having it bother me that my arms are a little bigger, that I have some rolls, like kind of loving the rolls.
I think that understanding that the endorphins that you get from working out will make you feel sexy as well. Like there's some physicality to it.
Yeah.
You know, if I could change one thing, it would be that I worked out every single day.
Yeah.
And got those endorphins, because I love them. Like I love them. I want to be addicted to them again. And I just haven't felt like it. I just like, I don't know what it is about me. I want to get that back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Have you watched, I know you watched that movie with Emma Thompson. Have you seen the newest season of Sex and the City? Mm-mm. Whatever, mixed reviews. But what I did love about it was it showed women in their 60s as sexual creatures.
I love
sexual
that too.
beings and people having sex, and I love that. Like more of that, please.
Yeah.
You know, more of that, please.
Well, we just need to talk about it more, which we're doing. We're doing our part, okay?
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're 45. Like, you know, I see some frumpy ass 45-year-olds that have just quit life.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that. And it's not that I don't, because I'm reading their body language and it ain't good.
Yeah.
Their thoughts aren't good. Like, I just want to stand proud and, like, you know, enjoy my body while I've got it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And I would like to have more sex. Like, I really would. I like it. I'm sorry. Like, that's fun. And that's endorphins too.
And I think that's another thing that I would like to add to that, like, definition or concept of sexiness, is like that it can be like you just have fun with yourself and fun with another human, and that is sexy. Like,
that is so
having
sexy
fun
and
laughing is sexy.
Laughing through an orgasm, there's nothing better. The hilarious orgasm is like none other.
It's like a twofer.
Belly laughing through an orgasm. Men love that.
All right. Well, I cannot wait to read this book. So the name of the book that we are reading is Feel Sexy Again by Erica Lemke.
By who?
Something. Erica Lemke. So, gosh, so ill-prepared.
Ooh.
My phone's all the way over there. So
by Erica Lemke something.
Yeah, we'll look it up.
Yeah.
We'll have Jason edit
this.
We'll
post it with this.
We'll post the book, but the book is Feel Sexy Again.
Yeah, Feel Sexy Again.
And that's
again,
what we're doing.
And again.
We're bringing sexy
multiple
back.
Sexies. Well, I absolutely fucking love you, and I'm so glad that our second season has taken off. And you guys have to go to WeNeedHelpThePodcast.com and visit our shop. It is absolutely amazing. We have tons of new products on there.
Yeah, and we have products that are related to being so we have a sexy as fuck shirt. We have a crop top that says #fat, which I am proudly going to rock.
Rock that mofo.
I am rocking it for the next episode.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm going to rock it. I'm
serious?
I'm going to have my belly out.
I fucking love you, and I'm going to get the sexy as fuck one. Because I'm tired of denying how sexy I am. Come on.
Exactly. Why do you have to feel bad about it?
Why do I have to feel bad about my sexiness, people? God.
Why do I have to feel bad about my fat stomach?
God. Why do I have to fucking feel bad about being a cunt?
Because doctors say so.
What are you, a doctor? Yes, ma'am, I am a doctor. Oh, really?
Oh, well,
Okay. I'll take an examination, you know what I'm saying?
Well, doctor, is it possible to laugh through orgasms in your medical opinion?
Oh, Lord, this is good.
This is good. I love you.
I love the hell out of you.
I will see you next Tuesday.
Happy sexuality. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. Rate and follow us if you like us. If you don't, please don't.
And come visit us at www.theweneedhelppodcast.com. There you can find show notes, links for books. You can join Audible, which is, how we actually read our books. We listen to them. And we have special exclusive content just for you. Also, feel free to subscribe to our Patreon account. That's where you can support us financially because we need it. And it can be anywhere from $1 to $100 billion a month, whatever you can afford. And the link to our Patreon account is www.patreon, and that's spelled patreon.com/We Need Help Podcast. And you can support us on there. We would really appreciate it because we do need help.
Awesome. And we will see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Thanks,
Bye.
loves. Bye.